Hi everyone, I'm Kimberly DiPersia, the artistic director of All the Line Studio at Incubator, and today is another installment of our screenwriter interview for our Next Step Screenplay Series. This month is Like a Moth to Flame, written by Arlene Lagos. So we have her here to answer some wonderful questions about her inspiration for writing the piece, as well as a little bit about herself. So let's go ahead and launch into some questions. First of all, tell us a little bit about yourself, like how you fell into writing, your history, all of that.
I've been writing since I was old enough to write. My mother used to collect Post-it notes all over the house and just bring them back to me and be like, I don't know what order these were in, but they're in this order now, you know? So I've
Your
just
first editor.
always, yeah, she's my critic, yes, but in a good way. I've just been writing my whole life, and I've always been fascinated in not just with words, but with the human spirit, the human condition, and how words affect how we communicate and the power that words have with people. And so, A plus B equals me becoming a writer, right?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. So what led you to write Like a Moth to Flame? What's your inspiration?
you know, being a student of psychology, I would say that the movie Dr. Jones with Richard Gere that came out, I think, in the 90s, maybe,
Mhm.
there was something about that movie that really hit me. It was the first time I ever watched a movie where, the boogeyman, the bad guy, the scary character was broken down into a human being, you know? And it reminded me years later of when I read Wicked Witch of the West. It was like that. It was like Wicked, but it was the book version. And just
Yeah.
the idea of looking at something like a bipolar disorder, anxiety, depression, and really being able to pull back what it means and how a person doesn't really have control over it. And I just felt like, cinema has such a theater, any kind of artist like theater, movie maker, filmmakers, we almost have a job, I think, sometimes to get that to use our gifts of filmmaking to get those stories across that are super important so that people can stop looking at people as being horrible or scary or and just say, oh wow, that makes sense. And so it's kind of an homage to, that's my long answer, sorry. That's kind of my homage to Dr. Jones and just to mental health in general.
Yeah. I mean, it's so powerful. I mean, and approaching mental health just very realistically with the characters and knowing that you have a psychology background that really influences it. So yeah, the characters definitely come across really grounded in what they're experiencing. So I think you really bring that to the story. Um yeah. And uh and also like you mentioned about like with the written word and how that can play into things. You also have one of your characters is a writer herself, so you really have that tie into it as well. She's expressing herself in the story too.
And
So
I love poetry, and I feel like it's not incorporated enough into mainstream like cinema. I just feel like it seems like such an underground thing. And I don't know why, because it's so powerful. And I love, beat poetry. I love spoken word. I love the idea of people just saying, this is how I feel. I'm angry, and people going, oh, yes, me too. So I was really happy to be able to kind of tie that in with it. And I'm excited for people, how people will react to it without giving away too much. So
yes. We won't give away too much. They have to come out on Monday to see the show.
it's pretty
Um,
cool though. You're going to love it.
yes. And our cast is just excellent. I mean, just they're so talented, and what they're going to bring to the show on Monday is going to be amazing. So how did you find out about All the Line? How did we find you? So,
I've been with the Orlando Independent Filmmakers Organization of Independent Filmmakers now for both Orlando and Tampa, and I believe we've just kind of crossed paths. And I started following what you guys are doing because it seemed very cool, and I noticed a few people. I was like, I think that's that Crystal Jericho. Like I know, I'm like, oh, what are they doing? So then I saw that you guys were looking to do some stage readings, and I said, oh, I want to get out because I love to watch someone direct something that I've written. I just
Mhm.
love it. So I was so thankful that you guys reached out to me about this, and I'm really thankful to be a part of it. It's just such a great idea, everything that you guys do. It's very cool.
Thank you. Yeah. It's and go back. OAF is a wonderful organization and we've done so many films with them, for the competitions. But the thing with the Next Step is it's really designed as a launching pad for features. Because it's very easy to get a short film made. You can film it in a day or two. That's it. But a feature requires more days of filming, more preparation. What do you do with it? Like there's just so much more that comes with it. And there can be an intimidation of like, okay, I've written something, what happens next? So with our Next Step Screenplay Series, we stage it as a staged reading in front of an audience. And it's a really fun workshop setting. Our actors are still on book, but they've done a lot of work behind the scenes to like make moments real. We have sound and music effects. Sometimes we incorporate costumes, depending on the piece. We've had different types. We've had comedies, we've had dramas, we've had World War II things, we've had rom-coms. We have lots of different things. So it's like every month is just really fun to explore, and it really lifts the word, to the from the page to actually in front of people. You get that automatic feedback, and then it can be like, okay, well now I know what to do with it, whether it's rewrites or something else like that.
Yeah, no,
Or
I absolutely love it because I've always been a big proponent of, workshop it. Let's read it. Let's read it. Let's read it, because you once you hear it
Mhm.
and sometimes even see it like through the Zoom, like last night, it's just so good. And you're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
it makes such a difference. And I encourage anyone that has anything that they've written that they want to see, if it's as alive, like that's where you find your plot holes. That's where
Mhm.
you find your problems is
Yeah.
when you get it read and you see it and you go, oh, you know what? And then you get more ideas. So I mean, it's such a great idea. I'm gonna do all of my screenplays with you guys.
Please do, please. Your writing is magnificent, so send us more.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Um,
will.
Now we've kind of already talked about this, but what are you most looking forward to Monday's next step? Yeah. Mm.
I just really meeting people that want to kind of strengthen all the different sides of their craft. I feel like I've done a lot of the short films and, kind of going back and forth and learning how to do it for $5 and no locations and all that. But now I really want to grind down into the writing and the emotion and setting the stage and really because I'm working on a feature right now. So I've just started writing a new feature. And so I'm trying to really drill that down and really, really, really get detail oriented in the writing and the storytelling. And that's where I'm at right now in my sort of career. So
Fantastic. That's cool.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, at All the Line, that's all what we're about, like networking, building people together, creating a collaborative environment, and growing the film community that's here. There's so much talent, and we stand stronger together than trying to operate as like lone sharks. So we just
absolutely.
want to continue to bring in people and make us stronger together, and really build up this community from the ground up, which it seems like that's what's happening right now, which is very exciting.
That's
Um,
awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys grow. I really am.
Thank you so much. Great. Is there anything else you wanted to mention before we kind of wrap up today's interview?
Well, if she does watch it, happy belated 80th birthday to my mom, Irene.
Oh, happy birthday, Irene.
And oh, it's my brother-in-law's birthday. Happy birthday, Dave. And
Happy birthday, Dave.
I hope everyone's doing well. I know life's been tough, but just take a deep breath and keep moving forward. It's going to be okay.
Yeah. And I think your characters really emulate that in your story so much about moving forward no matter what and like persisting, which is very beautiful. So thank you again for sharing your work with us. And everyone come on out on Monday night at Binks Orlando, 7 p.m. Monday. This is July 28th, and like a moth to flame. We'll see you there. All
See
right.
you there.
Thank you
Bye.
so
Thank
much.
you.